What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today on this beautiful Tuesday? Wow, what a long day. Long day. So yeah, man, welcome to Corey Lee's Boxing. We're definitely back with another banger. And Eddie Hearn's definitely at it again. And I gotta get into the Tony Bellew stuff as well, man. He's really going off the deep end, and I don't even think he knows what he's doing right now, man. I think it's just one of those type of situations, man, where we gotta check him, man. Somebody's gotta tell him what he's doing is off the chain, man. But what's going on, Robert? What's up, man? I ain't doing nothing, man. Trying to get a quick live in, man. If I head to my boy, World Breaker Fighting in the building, you already know. But yeah, man, Eddie Hearn's talking about, Deontay Wilder is jealous of Anthony Joshua. I mean, I don't see how that could possibly happen. Yes, yes, Anthony Joshua has more belts than Deontay Wilder. But I feel like Deontay Wilder's got the best belt, in my opinion. He's got the green belt, the lineal belt. That's the belt that everybody wants, That's the belt that you work so hard for, is the green belt. They got the best sanctioning bodies. They got the best, drug testing, in my opinion. And they're doing the best right now, in my opinion. I think they're very, very good, man. And, they're going to continue to be good, the WBC, man, So, Anthony Joshua is definitely on that bullshit, man. And, I don't know why Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua are still talking. Deontay Wilder's not gonna accept that bullshit, dog. Like, come on, man. You try to offer the man $15 million up front, flat fee. He took it. Then you took long. I mean, it was just, oh my God, man. It's like, yo, Ralph Unreal, what's up, bro? What's going on, my brother? But yeah, man, it's just a bunch of shit, man, going on with Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua, man. And I'm done with it, man. I'm done with the whole shenanigans, man. I truly think that these guys, man, you know what I mean? If they ever fight, man, I don't think it's gonna be because of Eddie Hearn, man. I think Eddie Hearn is a poison. I think Eddie Hearn is poison for this deal to happen. You know what I mean? And this is a big deal. This is a lot of money that Eddie Hearn is fucking up right now, man. This is a lot of money that Eddie Hearn is fucking up. $100 million worth. You know what I mean? And he's fucking it up. He's fucking it up. I mean, I really, truly don't respect a guy that, can see a man is trying to feed his family and is trying to eat, you know what I mean? And he just took it from right up from underneath him. You know what I mean? That being Eddie Hearn, that being Deontay Wilder. And he's taking money out of his own fighter's mouth and Anthony Joshua for not, you know what I mean, sealing the deal, And I mean, the Alexander Povetkin fight hasn't happened yet. I mean, their team probably, are reading over the bullshit, a fucking 27-page contract. They're reading over that shit now. I mean, Alexander Povetkin's team is probably like, no. Like, it's crazy though, man, because right now, man, you got to understand Alexander Povetkin, man, is he's a good fighter as well. And I think he poses a big threat to Anthony Joshua. But I think if these guys fight, if Anthony Joshua and Alexander Povetkin fight, man, we might not even have a Deontay Wilder, man. A Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, man. What's going on, SW? What's up, man? What's going on, my brother?
I ain't too much, man. Sitting here watching the news.
Oh, okay. I caught you at a good time then, man. You don't need to be watching that bullshit. Hey, my people's always tell me, man, ain't nothing good. Never nothing good on the news, man. I know it ain't nothing good over here where I'm at, so I know it ain't nothing good on the news where you at. But how you been doing though, man?
I've been doing all right, man. Actually trying to cool off. It was hot today. It was like 108 degrees today.
Nigga, I was outside working all day. Yeah, I know, bro. Like I still, yeah, I'm still like trying to recuperate from, I had a headache today from it being so hot, man. I was just like, damn.
I thought it would be smart to take the fucking kids to the park, man, at 7:30. It was still like 95 degrees outside,
I
man.
know, dog. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, people don't understand the humidity that we got to deal with. I think that's the kicker right there. Heat. Heat is gonna be hot wherever you go around this time. And around the East Coast, probably. You know what I mean? From fucking Boston on down. Boston. My peoples live up there in Boston, but I mean they get cold at night, but it's still warm during the daytime. But you got New York. I mean, not really New York, but you got like Baltimore, Washington, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina. That humidity, bro. When that shit kick up, man, it's just like, I don't want to go outside today, Mom.
Yeah, you ain't gonna tell that to my damn little rascals I got, man. They
they don't give a fuck.
Hell no, man. I'm sitting right up. I call myself coming home and having a shot of some brown liquor, man, and
yeah. Oh no.
Some heat, man. I mean, I'm about to look like a motherfucking boiled egg, man.
Oh, so you took a shot of some dark and then went out to play with them.
Yeah, and I ain't want to go out there. Corona has a new beer out. It's called something premium. I forgot what that shit is.
Oh, okay.
So I got my old lady that. I already had shit in the house. And, yeah, man. She didn't want to go out by herself. So I'm like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm pretty dried up, man.
So you say you just cooling off right now?
Yes, sir. I'm watching Rachel Maddow.
Oh yeah, man. You good, man. You here Corley boxing, man. You already know we're gonna fill you in with some real shit, man. But yeah, man. So right now, man, we got a bunch of shit, you know what I mean, on tap, man. You got Eddie Hearn right now, he's on a lot of shit right now. And he's pretty much saying that Deontay Wilder is jealous of Anthony Joshua. First off, I want to say what's up to everybody in the chat. Robert, what's going on, my brother? Ralph Unreal, what's happening? JMJ 2121, what's cracking? Miss Boxing Fanatic, what's going on, lady? Red carpet. Larissa Dana Johnson, what's going on, sweetheart? Red carpet. Unreal. Weed Degree, what's happening? Weed Degree. I'm watching you, buddy. I'm watching you. Thomas Moreland, what's happening? All right, man. So, yeah, man. And everybody else that ain't say nothing, salute, man. We really appreciate that, man. Smash the hell out of that like button and subscribe. This is a Tuesday. This is a 4th of July Eve special. And, I wanted to get it in before I go on a World Breakers show tonight, man. So, we got SW in the building, man. This is a DMV hard hitter show, man. So, yeah. So, how you feeling about that right now, SW, man? I mean, Eddie Hearn's pretty much saying that Deontay Wilder's jealous, of Anthony Joshua and what he's achieved right now. You hear me, SW? You there? SW going once, going twice?
Oh, yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, all right.
I was on mute. I put myself on.
Oh, but did you hear what I said? Or you didn't hear?
I caught everything. But Eddie Hearn's saying about this jealous of AJ. The guy's pathetic, man. It don't stop, and it gets to the point of trolling. You guys don't want any smoke. You keep coming back to the media, lying to the media consistently about how Deontay Wilder, rather he doesn't want to fight or he's faking like he has 50 million. You know what? These guys have talked themselves all the way into the ground and completely. Eddie Hearn has helped destroy AJ's credibility all around the world, man. Anytime you got Steven Espinosa coming out here calling you a liar, anytime you got the former undisputed heavyweight champion Lennox Lewis calling you a liar and saying you guys are full of shit, in his own words, it's time to stop, man. It's time to throw that white flag in and chill out, because at this point, the only people that look bad in this exchange is just AJ and Eddie Hearn. They look like cowards, man. This is, you know, it's trolling at this point. It's just trolling. That's all.
So you feel like Eddie Hearn right now? Hold on. Boxing is me. What's happening? Erwin Stinson, what's good? Rock Wild, what's up, man? What's going on? Man, we got everybody. The Perfection, what's going on, man? We got everybody up in there, man. You already know it's salute, love, man. Like, share, and subscribe, man. We got my boy SW, man. So right now, you're saying from what Eddie Hearn's new comments are, you're saying that Eddie Hearn's trolling right now. Straight up. SW. He's on troll status right now. You're saying Eddie Hearn is on troll status.
He's been on troll status. When has he not been trolling, man? When have you not felt like you just wanted to slap the shit out of Eddie Hearn, man? Eddie Hearn make you want to snatch his fucking snatch his collar through the screen, man, and just do harm to him.
Hey, SW, if you ever did an interview with Eddie Hearn, would you smack him?
I don't think I would make it through the interview, man. I can't say. I'm not one of those people, man. One thing I don't do is talk about the pretty what I'm going to do to a person. You know, I react. I'm one of these. I just react. But he, yeah, man. He makes smoke come off the top of your head just listening to this piece of shit, man. This is an arrogant, snobbish piece of shit. He's smiling while he's lying to you.
Oh shit, yo. Damn, Ronald Finkley, what's good? Matheyesse, what's up? But yeah, man. So right now, Eddie Hearn's trolling. You know, we see that. But you know, I've heard a lot of comments lately on why didn't Deontay Wilder just take the 12.5 flat fee? And your rebuttal to that is SW.
Man,
I've been hearing a lot of fans in my comments, and this is of lately. This is of lately. You know what I mean? I mean, they're coming out. I mean, I know there's no fight for either fighter right now. So they're going to my old videos and commenting on them joints.
This is simply because these folks are trying to save face because they understand that their guy is all the way exposed, man. It makes no sense, man. Like, and I know we heard this in so many different forms and fashions. This shit doesn't make any sense. For you to go to a place of business to work, okay? And you're negotiating how much you're going to get paid to move you to another company to do the same, right? And they tell you, you know, all right, I'm just being hypothetically speaking. Corey Lee, we're going to pay you $50 million a year to work over at such and such doing the same work. You may have to train a few people or what have you, and you know you're going to have to switch locations. You're going a good distance from where you live at, but we're going to pay you $50 million a year. And you come back with a counter offer to say, how about $25 million? Or how about $15 million? So, that shit doesn't make sense. It doesn't, man.
Shit, wow, man.
The only thing that would draw to it in a strictly boxing state for doing some shit like that is if you're trying to cycle something out of your system. These guys, their feelings are hurt because they don't have an argument for why this man turned down $50 million and how he claims that, he wanted to do it for the fans in the UK.
The Perfection says Eddie Hearn is a damn troll and he knows it. He does it on purpose. Wow. The Perfection also says that he does anything to keep his name buzzing, rather it's good or bad. Wow, man. Larissa Johnson says, yeah, I went against my better judgment and watched an interview with Eddie Hearn explaining the whole Anthony Joshua Wilder situation. She says lies and then puts the money emoji. Larissa Johnson. We Degree says Hearn will continue to be with you after the AJ saga. Wilder contract on the table. Bullshit. The fight will happen, but it's not big anymore of my boxing agenda schedule. Okay, wow. Okay, We Degree. You don't feel like it's big anymore? I think the fight's still big. What do you think? Yeah, that's a good question, man. Do you think the fight? I think the fight's still big. I think the fight will be bigger, man, if they don't fight. If they take, just say if Anthony Joshua beats somehow, some way, Anthony Joshua beats Alexander Povetkin, and just say that Deontay Wilder fights Tony Bellew. You know, that's who I'd rather Deontay Wilder fight Tony Bellew instead of Brazil. Because I think we already know what's going to happen with Brazil. And, I mean, you got to understand, Tony Bellew's got one of these, dog. And when you got one of these, I want to see one of these.
I think his guess is correct, man. He feels like he'll probably get crushed against Wilder, and I believe that. He said Wilder had put his arm around him to take a picture, and his arms were huge. And at that moment, that's when he kind of stopped talking shit to Wilder. I don't know if he's been running his mouth.
He's back on it again. He's back on it again. I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know if they caught him at the bar while he was intoxicated or what. But this dude was talking cold cash shit this weekend.
Hey,
Tony Bellew was.
That man got a death wish. He think Adonis Stevenson hit him with a left hand pretty hard, man.
And this is another thing I wanted to tell you too, man. We were talking a little bit of what's up, Cali Enigma? What's up, my brother? Damn. What's up, man? Oh, he might be at work. We give it to him in a minute, man. Cali Enigma in the building, man. But yeah, man. I want your opinion, man. We talked a little bit about it on the last show, but I truly want your opinion, man. Because I know you're going to give me the real opinion, man. And Jarrell Miller got real disrespectful. And I'm going to break it down for you, man. He pretty much said, and I quote, he said, I had that thing. Talking about Deontay Wilder's wife. He said, I had that thing. You already know I had her. That's old news. You know, Skinny Legs had her after I did. That's that man's wife and his baby mama. He's insinuating that he fucked Deontay Wilder's baby mama, man. And wife. How would you go about that, man? If you're Deontay Wilder, SW, Jarrell Miller said that.
I'd be looking for flowers in a casket for this fat, funky, hate-ass nigga. You know? This guy is awful. He's terrible, yo. Who cares? Nobody cares.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he said it in front of 50 Cent. You know, 50 Cent gonna geese it up.
Right. But nobody cares who Big Baby Miller to knock down unless you're trying to stay away from them joints. Okay? You say, yo, you been in there with Big Baby Miller? Like, you're great. Everything about you. Yeah. Right. Hell no. That's no disrespect to Wilder or his baby mother, man.
Yeah.
And with the new time and age of what this era is to tell motherfuckers who you've been in bed with, but it's clownish and it shows that you're not accustomed to getting nothing, man. A lot of niggas to tell about what they didn't have and how they didn't knock down this and that because you're not used to having nothing, man. Not at all. It's like a broke nigga sitting around. You keep pulling his money out, man. You're not used to having no money, so you got to keep pulling that stack of money out. That's everything to your name, and you have nothing in a bank account. You don't even know what a bank account is.
Oh.
But you know how these guys are, man. Big Baby Miller.
But you know what? That's another thing I want to say about Big Baby Miller for everybody in the chat. Big Baby Miller is holding on that donut, and I don't mean food. That he's holding on to that donut, that O, because that's the only thing he's got going for himself right now. Because once he loses that O, oh, yeah, he must go. Yeah. Real shit, dog.
300 and something pounds, no punching power. How you 300 pounds and you fucking throwing your punches the way Mayweather hit the mitt, man? He looked dumb. And he got that dumbass flat top, man. I can't stand a jealous, hating ass nigga, man. He makes me.
Yeah, like, I don't understand. He hating on Deontay Wilder, man. Why he doing that, man?
Right. This guy's filthy. He's
poison. Oh, you know what? I see why he signed with Eddie Hearn now. Now I see why.
But he's not with Eddie Hearn, man. He has his own. He's with another promotional company contracted.
That's what his mouth say. That's what his mouth say. And me and SW just went down what his mouth say. His mouth will say anything.
No, he's actually with promote. He actually works with Matchroom, but he's technically not with them. Only one is Danny Jacobs, but still don't matter. He still ain't shit. But here's the thing, though. So Eddie Hearn, listen, let's talk about this whole for you, and we'd agree, and any of you guys out there from the UK, how can any of you look at this situation, the fake 24-hour deadline, and sit here and say that it's Wilder ducking? There was supposed to be a 24-hour deadline. He was going to get stripped. Then they removed the 24-hour deadline to let him to continue to negotiate with Alexander Povetkin. Meanwhile, you don't hear AJ out here saying shit. Because if AJ wanted that fight bad enough, like Lennox Lewis, who was born in the UK, said, you can get that fight. Lennox Lewis had to worry about dealing with networks. AJ, on the other hand, every time you ask this motherfucker about Deontay Wilder, his face he looks perturbed, annoyed, like, man, why you keep asking me? You know I don't want to fight him. Stop asking me about this guy. He don't want nothing to do with him. He don't want him around him. He didn't want him to get in the ring with him. The reason why Wilder didn't go over there. Wilder was going over there to commentate for doing the AJ Parker fight. And then AJ said, you know, I really wouldn't like him to get in the ring with me. You know, it's not. I would very much like him not to do it. Could he please stay out? Man, put a restraining order on the man. The dude don't want to fight him, man. And y'all over here, this dude turned down a $50 million bag. There's nothing else to say. Game, set, match. How do you try to counter a $50 million bag with $15 million? That don't make no sense. If someone offers you $50 million, at least you counter with more. You don't counter with less. You can't counter $50 million with less money. Damn, for real. Bro. You said that. What kind of business does?
So this is what I'm asking you guys right now. So right now you're saying that Eddie Hearn is never to be trusted ever.
Yeah, but listen, bro. I'll tell you. No, you can't finish it. But let me finish with this. I'm just saying. So in business though, in what business sense do you, if someone offers you $50 million with the opportunity to make way more, and then offers counter with like, here's $15 million. It's the only $15 million you're going to make off the entire fight with no opportunity to make more than that. First thing, you offer less money for the guaranteed money. And second thing, that's all he gets. Who counters with that? Who counters with that in any kind of business? Who would accept that? No one would accept that. Matter of fact, the business bill will be over. You wouldn't even proceed after that because that's a joke. Matter of fact, you get laughed out of the room. Matter of fact, you wouldn't even be viewed as credible in any kind of business setting, I'm talking about in corporate or even in small business. You wouldn't be seen as credible. What world? I could tell that if you believe that that's credible, then I know that you've never done business and that your ass is broke. And that you ain't never seen no money. You never dealt with no contracts. You never owned no business. You know what I'm saying? My friends and I used to own a music and clothing store. We used to own a store. So I've dealt with contracts. I've dealt with leasing. So I'm telling you this right now. No way in the world I'm going to offer a better deal and then accept a counter offer for way less. Who the hell would do that?
Yeah.
No one. In no business sense would someone take that. And if you think that's rational, then I know you ain't got a pot to piss in, man. Go back to living in your box.
And this is America, Jack. But let's be clear. This is America, Jack. What in American boxing today displays and shows with high notoriety that Eddie Hearn deserves any credibility? I'll scratch my head. I'll wait. Come on now. Let's be reasonable with reality, man. I know we're in a different time zone here in America where people make up their own reality and, make up their own way of living, their personality. Some people make up where they're from. You understand what I'm saying? But in the terms of truth, in reality, Eddie Hearn hasn't governed anything in the U.S. to be credible at all. All he's done is shrink and set fire to whatever credibility he's had left. A troll. A troll.
Damn. So yeah, man, with that being said, you guys, I truly where you guys are coming from, and I truly think that Eddie Hearn's shenanigans are pretty much at the end of the road right now. You know what I mean? Deontay Wilder's completely done with him. He did try. We got to give Deontay Wilder an A for effort. And for you guys out there that's saying that Deontay Wilder should have did this, Deontay Wilder should have did that, why don't you ask yourself, what would you have done in that situation? You know what I mean? If you're offering $50 million, okay, and you're letting him take you're letting him take the same split you're taking. Everything is fair right down the middle. You know what I mean? You're pretty much telling me what Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua was telling me is when everything was fair and everything was right down the middle, you were saying that was too good. It was too good to be goddamn true. That's what you were telling me. And that was some bullshit, Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua and all you lovers out there. You know what I mean? I have no disrespect for you lovers out there that love Anthony Joshua. I have nothing against you, but the facts are the facts. Let's just stay with the facts. We're not going to talk about has-beens, what if, woulda, coulda, shoulda. We're talking about what happened already. These are the facts that happened already. And the facts are Deontay Wilder tried to offer them $50 million because he asked for $50 million. A lot of people try to look over that shit. Anthony Joshua asked for $50 million. And he got it. Then when he got it, he fumbled this shit. He didn't know what to do with this shit. He tried to counter offer with some $15 million flat fee bullshit. Go ahead and take that shit and shove it up your goddamn ass now.
That's facts, man. How you gonna counter $50 million? Well, you have an opportunity to make $100 million in that fight, and you gonna counter with $15 million flat? Who would find that to be acceptable? I don't care if you support AJ. Nowhere in the world would you accept that. You would be like, "What? Are you serious? Are you trolling me?" Because you may know no one would take that serious. Wilder accepted that deal, and then they came up with this whole 24-hour. 24 hour, they got to make the fight bullshit, which turned out to not be 24 hours. You look at this, you look at all that, and you still say that it's Wilder? Really? Then AJ, then on top of that, so AJ is offering, so here's it. Eddie Hearn says Wilder has a fight. He said, no, the fight will happen in April of next year. No, it's not. If you pay attention to the way Eddie Hearn works, I said that the first time they put together the Dillian White versus Joseph Parker fight, that would be the winner of that fight would likely be next. He's going to be next. It ain't no likely. He's going to be next. And when they make that fight next, I want anybody on here who keeps saying that everything's Wilder's fault. Come on here and post. If you think that AJ ain't fighting the winner Dillian White and Parker, better be careful. I'm gonna tell you this right now because I suspect that he'll get robbed on the scorecard and they get a knockout. Because that's who AJ wants to fight. AJ wants to fight him. They already said they want to fight 5-7 times. So if you can look at all this and still blame all this on Wilder, then you just want to just talk shit and just troll. Because there's no way in the world you really believe what you're saying. If you sitting here trying to blame Wilder, because you guys see all this shit coming out. All y'all in the UK, whether it's coming from the channel Hatman or Hatman Strikes Back or Sporty Icons. They know what's going on, but they rather pretend. All the evidence is there.
And like I said, though, Callie. Oh, Black Horseman, what's up, my brother? This dude has snuck in through the back door, baby.
Yeah, nigga.
What today, man?
What's happening with y'all, bro? What we talking about?
What's up, bro?
Man, we talking about Eddie Hearn and fucking Deontay Wilder, man. We're talking about the facts, though, man, because I told them there's been a lot of fans lately, you know what I mean, coming into my inbox and, you know what I mean, coming into my, my comment section on old videos. These are videos I made like a week or two ago. I haven't even put out any new Wilder shit. You know what I mean? And they're commenting on old shit. I'm like, are they just going through trying to find something, SW? I mean, goddamn, dude. I mean, come on, man.
Hey, shout out to the panel, man. Shout out to Santee and Cali Enigma, man. And the moderators in the building.
Shit, man.
Go ahead and chime in on this Black Horseman real quick, man.
Shit, man.
Yeah, man.
Pretty much what we were saying is Black Horseman, Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua asked for $50 million. He asked for it. He's on video asking for it. All right? Fast forward about a little bit after he asked for it. Deontay Wilder said, you know what? We got that. We got that in the bag. We got $50 million in the bag. Eddie Hearn said, we need proof of funds. They showed them proof of funds, and I quote Eddie Hearn's mouth. He said, we know they have proof of funds now. That's not the problem.
Right.
How do you counter the thing is I'm talking about right now is how do you counter that with, oh, we have $15 million flat fee offer for you. Shove it up your ass.
Yeah, man. I'm looking at your title. I'm like, I don't know nobody on the planet who jealous of a nigga who turned down 50 million. I don't know no niggas like that, bro. And 50% on the back end. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, goddamn, man. Y'all send me a link to this shit. But at the end of the day, man, you know, shit, goddamn. You know, fam.
Uh-oh, you on that shit again, Cali. What you told him? He swam and he jumped in the water, Cali.
Yeah, he been in that river. He down in that river down in San Antonio, bro. He got it going again. He making sure he just stay up in that river.
What river is that, bro?
I don't know. Remember that river you did that video in front of me, man? I think you jumped in there or something. Man, they said block the audio.
Your mic was fucking up, Black Horse.
Eddie Hearn
jumped in the river or some shit, man.
Eddie Hearn spike up and shove you in the river, bro. You know he be getting mad at you.
nigga make it, and nigga we make videos and shit. Eddie Hearn come out of nowhere and push us in the damn water. We talking about Anthony Joshua. God damn it. But yeah, man. So you know my personal opinion about the whole.
Nah, Black would have got the swinging on dude, bro.
But yeah, man, but yeah, so how Black Horseman, how you feeling about that? You know what I mean? About, you know what I mean? The whole, you know, going back and you know, if it was in your hands, you know what I mean, we know what you would have done if it was in your hands, but I mean, how would you assess this situation right now? You know what I mean? And the Povetkin fight still hasn't got done. I think there's a telltale sign with that. I think that says a lot. I don't think that's just done. I don't think that's just a coincidence because that fight's not done yet. I think that fight's not done for a reason. I think that fight's not done because they sniffing the fuck out of Eddie Hearn's bullshit. They smell bullshit. And it's going to be hard to get over them Russian motherfuckers. I'm going to tell you that now. So all that slick shit you've been talking, Eddie Hearn, and all them fucking bullshit ass, you know what I mean, contracts, those flugazy ass contracts you've been sending out, everybody been signing, them Russian motherfuckers ain't gotta sign it. You're the mandatory, buddy. You're the mandatory, buddy. They don't mind taking 25% and sending your ass to Russia. And they put up the money. Yeah. So dismiss me with that bullshit because, be honest with you, truth be told, them Russian dudes got longer money than you, though. Them Russian dudes got longer money than Eddie Hearn, though, on some real shit, though.
Hey, this is guy Original Bruno in the chat room. He said he waited 4 weeks. Dude, what about AJ who waited 4 weeks to give a decision about the $50 million? Did you forget about that? $50 million, he waited 4 weeks for something that he asked for.
What's up,
something that he asked for, Original Bruno. I mean, some of y'all would refuse to be, like I said, you were one of them idiots who have sand in his ears, or you pretty much maybe you get your head stuck up in an Eddie Hearn diaper or something. I don't know, man. But whatever it is, man, you refuse to hear. I mean, dude, grow a brain, something, man. You don't have to share a brain with the same idiots who follow Eddie Hearn. I know it's different for you to have your own mind, and like I understand that it's just easier for you. Maybe you use less energy by sharing the brain with 30 or maybe like a million other idiots. But man, please go buy yourself one. I promise you, life is good when you use your own brain. I mean, I understand. Maybe you forgot it before. Maybe your mama locked it up when you were a baby or something. I don't know. Please go find it and put it inside your head. You'll feel better.
This nigga, wow, yo. But yeah, man. So, you know, with that being said, you guys, man, I've been wanting to talk about this, man. And, you know what I mean? I know World Breaker going to send me this link in a little while. I promised him I was going to be on the show tonight, man. I really want to ask you guys this question that's been brewing. And I know I heard Black Horseman. That's another thing too, man. I listen to your show, man. Them Earl Spence fans, They be coming out of nowhere, bro. I'm telling you, man. They get emotional, man. So y'all might, if y'all Earl Spence fans, man, close your eardrums, man, because you might not want to hear what I gotta say, man. Keith one-time Thurman is back, baby. So I mean, you know, it's one of those type of situations where, you know, he put on Instagram. I made a video about it this morning. He put on Instagram.
He might be going to the zone too, man.
He was at the airport with his wife. From what I was hearing is that he held some of his training camp, you know, in out of town where he was located at, and he was gonna finish it up, you know, over there in Florida. But I'm hearing that it's set in stone right now that Keith Thurman will be fighting August 4th at the Barclays Center against the dreaded TBA. How do you guys feel about Keith Thurman's comeback? And do you think his formidable opponent, the dreaded TBA, will be a good opponent? I mean, what level of opponent do you think we'll be seeing Keith Thurman in there? And do you think he'll hold up on the August 4th date that is in front of him? SW, let it rip, my brother. You there? SW, you there?
I think it'll be I'm still here, brother. I think it'll be a formidable opponent for him to beat. He's not gonna put somebody tough right there in front of him to fight, because this is just to show that he's back in the groove and to get himself back right. Keith Thurman lost a lot of time due to injuries and getting married and kind of getting away. This could actually smell for maybe for him getting a feeling of the love of the sport once again. And this could also smell for him being comfortable to be in a predicament of getting close to Errol Spence Jr., because everybody knows at this point that's the bottom line of him being back. A lot of us didn't expect for that WBC strap to be shaken loose and thrown up in the air for Sean Porter and Danny Garcia, for those guys to be back in the picture. And to be honest with you, a lot of us didn't want those guys back in the picture based on their actions and when they're asked questions about the fear that comes on their face when they see Spence. Truth, I said truth. Keith Thurman is 100% in the same light of that as far as Errol Spence Jr. He looks scared, man.
You think he's scared? You think Keith Thurman's scared of Errol Spence Jr.?
Hey, look, the Errol Spence Jr. got these niggas shook, man.
Hey, all right, hold that thought. We're gonna come right back, man. I really gotta hear what Black Horseman's gotta say, and then I'll go to you, Callie. Black Horseman promotion.
I mean, this nigga Corey.
Black Horseman. Back with another banger.
This nigga, bro. The setup, nigga. Hey, wink right on motherfucking
this is some real shit, though. I mean, to be honest with you, we all boys, man. So this gonna be a friendly debate. This was exactly what it's gonna be, because it can't be no other way than be that. You know what I mean? You have your views, SW. I have my views. Callie has his views, and Black Horseman has his views. Black Horseman, what are you standing on, man? How you feeling about this, man? You know what I mean? Is Keith Thurman scared? How do you feel about his opponent coming up? And how do you feel about all of the drug testing allegations against Errol Spence coming up on this? And why he hasn't, how can he be possibly ducking, Errol Spence if he's not signed up from what you were saying? If you can elaborate on that.
Well, I respect, Errol Spence fans' opinion. They feel like Keith Thurman is scared of Errol Spence. If they feel that way, he might be. I don't know. Really don't know. You know what I'm saying? This guy's coming off an injury, and the second injury I don't really fucking know about. I let his ass have it about that shit. You know what I'm saying? But as far as him being scared of Errol Spence, I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? To be determined, you know what I mean, if they're gonna actually fight in the future. You know what I mean? Hopefully they do. That way we can put all this goddamn talk and rhetoric to bed, you know what I'm saying, with this fucking back and forth of, motherfuckers being scared of Errol Spence, I heard from somebody that was in the comments of my live stream earlier that they say that after this fight between Garcia and Porter, that Errol Spence is going to enroll in a Nevada clean boxing program. So my response to that was, you know what I'm saying? Straight up. You know what I mean? Like, that should have been happened, you know, in my opinion. You know, that lets us know that
he hasn't been signed up.
No, he has not. That lets me know that you serious about facing a WBC fighter. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't like me saying that shit. Errol Spence fanboys don't like me saying that shit. You know, when you saying somebody ducking you and you ain't even enrolled in a Nevada clean boxing program and your focus is totally on WBC fighters. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, that's what comes with it. Go ahead and enroll. You know, he's saying he gonna wait. You know, in my opinion, I'm like, well, what you waiting for? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of fighters that's enrolled in a Nevada clean boxing program. You know what I mean? To where, you know, if they ready to mix it up with a WBC fighter, somebody in the top 5 or whatever, or the champion, hey, it ain't no delay. You ain't got to wait for nothing. You know what I'm saying? You already enrolled. Terrence Crawford is enrolled, you know, and many others. You know what I'm saying? I put out a video of all the fighters that's enrolled in the Nevada clean boxing program already. You know what I'm saying? So Errol Spence got a lot of fanboys, nigga. Emotional fanboys. Real shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just keeping it a stack. You know, they don't want to do their own damn research on this guy. And they motherfucker act like this nigga pay their bills or some shit. Or he they side piece, you know what I'm saying? Or some shit like that. It should be kind of weird a little bit, to be honest, if you ask me. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? I can't say what is in a man's heart. You know what I'm saying? If he fears another man, or if Thurman had legitimate injuries, because I went back and watched the fight between Thurman and Garcia. Garcia was laying some heavy shit on that nigga, man, and it was right on the elbow, because Thurman, we all know he is soft to the body, and he was really trying to protect that body. And but the thing about it, Garcia was still throwing some heavy shit. And I seen, man, quite a few of them punches, man, landing straight on the elbow. You know what I mean? So, hey, Angel Garcia, you know, like I stated before, cocaine is a hell of a drug. But I do think that motherfucker might have been onto something when he said that Danny Garcia fucked his elbow up. Because if you go back and check the video, he was hitting that elbow. You know what I'm saying? That same elbow that he said he needed to get surgery on before he went into that fight. You know, because he said he had loose bone fragments or whatever the case. But that's, you know what I'm saying? It's just when people is super emotional and they just fanboys, a lot of people that's fans of just fighters, and particularly Spence, they just want to say that, oh, Errol Spence is punking everybody and motherfuckers is scared of Spence. Whereas he wanted smoke with Thurman, Garcia, and Porter. As soon as Terrence Crawford come on the scene, the motherfucker said, we got to build the fight. He want to talk business. You know what I mean? And motherfuckers got mad when I said that, hey, why you want to talk business now? When it was Thurman, Garcia, and Porter, it was like, oh, these niggas scared. They ducking me. They don't want no smoke. But now you got to build a fight with Crawford. That lets me know that you're concerned about the style that Crawford has and what he brings to the table. You know what I'm saying? Because you believe you will step on Thurman, Porter, Garcia, but when it comes to Crawford, nah, you need a little bit more time. In my opinion, you know, but hey, at the end of the day, I can't say another fighter is scared of another fighter. I don't know. You know, it does look, you know what I'm saying, like he was, scared and intimidated of Spence after I heard about the second injury, you know, because of the delay. And a lot of motherfuckers that's just fanboys that's just really pumping that shit, you know what I mean? But when I detach myself from that shit, it's just like I'm looking at it like it could be a legitimate injury. This nigga did just get married. He got a baby on the way. You know, he was trying to get his wife to come into the States before he even think about getting back in the ring, because that's his people. That's his family. You know what I'm saying? When you got your love of your life, you ain't gonna just fucking act like, you know, well, whatever, fuck you. Stay here, stay in India or Nepal, wherever you at, and I'm gonna go back here and train. Nah, you got to deal with your wife or whatever the case. But at the end of the day, I'm not tied to these motherfuckers. They don't do shit for me. I'm a fan of the sport, and what I can say is that Keith Thurman is an exciting fighter in the welterweight division. Any motherfucker that come on here and say that and deny that shit, they just a fucking Thurman hater. You know what I mean? Because in 2017, he gave us some of the most exciting fights, period, which was against Porter and Garcia. You know what I mean? So all these motherfuckers that act like it's Spence haters are really Thurman haters. And anybody that likes Thurman, they try to do that reverse psychology shit and say that, oh, these motherfuckers just hating on Spence. That's why they like Thurman. Woo woo. And that shit, and I'm like, man, fuck out of here with that dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of the sport. There's a lot of people that's just fans of multiple fighters. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't no fucking fanboy. You know what I'm saying? I like Crawford. I like Thurman. I like Spence. I like Garcia. I like Wilder. You know what I'm saying? I like Hearn. I like Laura. It's a lot of fighters I like. You know what I'm saying? But none of these motherfuckers is doing nothing for me. But a lot of niggas be having so much damn emotion about these niggas as if like y'all homies with them. Like they paying y'all bills and shit. And that shit is looking kind of moist to me, nigga. It's some moist shit. The way I see that shit. You know, just keep it a stack. So when I start speaking the truth, like y'all I get this nigga his nickname, Errol the Truth Spence, niggas get mad and say I'm a hater because I'm speaking facts. But when I said in my live stream earlier, I said, well, ain't nobody up here calling me a liar. All you think y'all saying is a hater, is I'm a hater. And I'm like, how am I a hater when I'm speaking facts? You know what I'm saying? You know, only truth y'all care about is Errol Spence. But when I'm speaking the truth about the motherfucker, then y'all got a problem. Nigga, R.I.P.
So like what? So when the fans were saying, I just gotta ask you this question. When the fans were saying that Keith Thurman was ducking Errol Spence, can you clarify that? Because I heard you live, and I really thought, you know, it was unique the route you took on that, and you know it could open a lot of eyes to people in the chat as well, man. So what was your comeback to that when they, you know, because I remember you saying something about that.
Okay, so my comeback to that was, okay, you can only technically duck a mandatory. My comeback to that was, ducking is what Floyd did to Thurman. Thurman was the WBA mandatory, and Floyd ducked him, you know, and he threw Spence in the equation and acted like that was something relevant when it really wasn't, nigga. You were just trying to get the attention, the heat off your ass because Thurman was coming for everybody at that particular time, and Floyd ducked his ass. Ducking is what Anthony Joshua did to Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz was the mandatory, that WBA, and that motherfucker ducked his ass. You can only duck, really technically duck somebody who's in your motherfucking sanctioning body. If you in the WBA or IBF, whatever you is, if somebody come up the ranks and they in that top tier, you know, say top 5, top 3 or something, and you don't get these niggas no shot, that's technically ducking. But say like, for example, Hearn, who got his 2 straps, he got the IBF and the WBA, I believe, and then Jermell Charlo got the WBC. He technically can't duck Jermell Charlo. He's not even in the WBC at all. So it's like, he may avoid that fight. He may be scared of him. You know, people can say whatever you want to say and say, oh, he might be avoiding that fight because he might be worried about losing. But you're not technically ducking him. You're just avoiding the unification. You know, you may not have the pursuit to become undisputed. But ducking is what I stated in my live stream, is what Floyd did to Thurman and what Joshua did to Luis Ortiz. That's ducking. When you actually have a mandated fight, you know, or somebody that's in your fucking, you know, in your sanctioning body who comes up the rank, that's technically ducking. Now, like I said, is Thurman scared of Spence? I don't fucking know. I don't know what's in the nigga heart. You know what I mean? So all that shit is just opinions. Like, oh, Thurman's scared of Spence, woo, 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 woo. Y'all niggas, I mean, if you can believe whatever you want to believe, you know what I'm saying? And if that is the case, if it's a scared fighter, I'd rather the motherfucker just retire. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck you still in boxing for? You know, I don't want to see no fucking scared fighters. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that's not the case. You know, so that's really just all opinion. You know what I mean? But when it comes to ducking is when you actually ducking somebody who is actually in your weight, in your sanctioned body. And when it comes to that, you know, they say to my chat that Errol Spence is going to enroll in a Vita Clean boxing program after the Porter Garcia fight. And my response to that was, what is he waiting on? What the fuck is you waiting on? You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's, to me, that's suspicious. Like, you've been calling out all of these WBC fighters, Porter, Garcia, Thurman, and you ain't never even enrolled in the Vita Clean boxing program at all. That comes that's part of
the odd fella said avoiding unification and or undisputed is ducking, plain and simple.
I agree with that, bro.
That's
I'm sorry, man.
That's what the odd fella just said.
Here's the thing, Keith Thurman said it all Errol Spence.
You agree with what? You agree with Cal?
No, yeah, no, I agree with the dude in the comment section because Keith Thurman said all Errol Spence Jr. has to do is to get a belt and he'd fight him. So he ducked him, bro. He ducked him.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you this. I agree with you though about Errol Spence Jr.
But I'm gonna let you rip. I'm gonna let you rip. But you know what? Errol Spence said the same shit about Terrence Crawford.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you what Terrence Crawford also said that the fight needs to build, bro.
You know.
I know Errol Spence said that, but so did Terrence Crawford, bro.
Okay.
Terrence Crawford. So I've been paying attention to what both of them been saying. Both Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford both said the fight needs to build, and they both brought up the term 2020. The both of them.
Right.
So I'm just gonna tell you that right now, bro. Both of them.
Not one,
both.
I'm just telling you overstated from his mouth.
Oh no, I agree, bro. I know overstated, but I agree with you on that whole him not enrolling until after. That look hella suspect, man. I'm sorry, I gotta say that look guilty to me, bro. I hate to say that, but if you don't want to enroll until after the fight, no, you should be enrolling now.
I stated on my live stream that Terrence Bud Crawford is already enrolled in the Vita Clean Boxing program. Okay. So if he calls out anybody,
I'm talking about Earl Black. I agree. That looks suspicious to me, bro.
Oh wow.
No, I hear you. But I'm just trying to give you a synopsis on that. Like, if somebody's going to call out somebody's name in the WBC and say, "Oh, these niggas don't want no smoke," and you ain't even enrolled in the Vita Clean Boxing program, you playing games, bro. I can't get with that shit, because it's like you trying to fool the public to think that these niggas are ducking you. How can they duck you and you ain't even enrolled in the Vita Clean Boxing program? They're WBC fighters.
Well, how could they be ducking them? Because Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman all said that they would fight him. They said Errol Spence needs to fight somebody. They all said if he gets a belt, they fight him. These are their words. They said this, 2 years ago. All of them. That's ducking, bro. Because we said the same thing about Triple G.
On the same note that you just said that, right? Under what terms do they fight Errol Spence?
Because you got to fight under the WBC. You got to fight. You got to need to be under the Vita Clean testing.
Okay,
that's what needs to be.
That's checkmate right there. That's checkmate. That's checkmate right there, my nigga.
You're not. Yeah, you're not gonna get an argument from me. He needs to be tested. But it is ducking. It is ducking. When you say that you want to fight a guy, and then all of a sudden you don't want to, you come up with excuses not to fight him. That's ducking, bro. That's. Come on, you can't. You gotta admit it. That's ducking. That's ducking, man. Because just the other same thing with Andre Ward and Triple G. Andre Ward was in 168. You said that Andre Ward. You didn't even admit that Andre Ward was ducked by Triple G.
Say again.
You said before that Andre Ward was ducked by Triple G. Right? You said before that Andre Ward was ducked by Triple G, man. Yeah, and they're in two different weight classes. When you say you can beat people from 154 to 175 and then change it to 154 to 168, and then you go and say you too much, you duck.
So if you're going based off what somebody is gonna say, like how Thurman said what he said about if Errol Spence get a strap, yeah, technically that's like a duck. You know what I'm saying? You can say that, but
no, it's not like a duck. That's a duck.
Okay. I mean, you can say that.
Would you say so, Callie?
But like I said, the only X factor to that shit is when you don't enroll in that Vita Clean Boxing program, you can't make that fight happen.
I agree with that. So basically,
that's the only thing I'm saying.
Going by your logic, what you were saying, Black, you were basically saying AJ didn't duck Wilder.
No, no. He's scared of him. He's scared of him.
Okay, so now, but you said you would call him a duck before. Now you're not a duck no more.
Hey, I'm simply saying, based on what he said, yes, verbally, because he said if he comes with the 50 million, then he has a fight. So when he came with the 50 million and he didn't deliver, yeah, now you ducked him.
Okay, so then Keith Thurman ducked Errol Spence Jr. then, bro, because he said he'd fight him if he got a belt.
Okay, so that means that all these fighters are guilty of ducking. Right?
Hey, a whole bunch of more.
Is Errol Spence ducking you guys?
Hey, you want to say that Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford ducking each other? From what I've been told, this is what I've been told, that both fighters are waiting. It look like the fight gonna end up being on ESPN, and that's where the fight gonna take place. And the reason it's not gonna take place because they're waiting to fight for Undisputed. Now, for every reason, Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford have agreed to wait. I don't know why. I disagree with it. I think they should fight this at the end of the year, or at worst, fight at the beginning of next year. But I told you guys that fight won't be till 2020 because both fighters are thinking that they're going to let this thing build, talking like Danny Garcia, talking like Keith Thurman, and talking like Sean Porter, man. Yeah, that's bullshit.
But how they gonna say all that with, like, it's not a for sure thing that these guys are gonna that Earl
No, it's not a for sure thing they're gonna win.
All of these guys. It's not a for sure thing that Earl Spence is gonna beat all of these guys. He has flaws as well.
Facts. No, it's not a foregone conclusion. Matter of fact, it could be somebody that we don't know that beat him. I don't think it's gonna happen, but it's possible. It could be somebody that we ain't even name that win. But I don't think it's gonna happen, but it's possible that somebody outside of Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, and Danny Garcia could beat Earl Spence Jr. I don't think so, but you never know. It's boxing, man.
So Harden in the chat was saying duck, duck, goose. And then Ronald Finkley says Keith has been. Oh, then he retracted it. Damn. Right
don't retract it.
Ronald Finkley, you got me on that. Right when I was reading it, you retracted Ronald Finkley.
I saw that shit too. Damn.
Yeah, I was like, damn, this nigga retracted his night, man. Damn, Ronald, what was it? Was that deep? And SW, so what's going on, man? Why don't you elaborate on what you were saying about the whole ducking situation, SW? We ain't forgot about you, my brother. What's good?
Yeah, man. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, man. When we were
let's hear yours.
All right, we get into the setting of Terrence Crawford versus Spence. Feelings was going to get involved, man, and you can hear emotion by different settings in the way that certain people voice things and they speak about different fighters. We can talk like we love everybody and we appreciate. I actually like both fighters. I even appreciate Keith Thurman, but I don't have revisionist history. And what I mean by that is when he was sitting there in that interview, 2-3 years ago on Deontay's Boxing Nation, talking about Spence and how he's a great fighter and a year with a quarter on it, I'll fight the man. The fight needs to build. They even had they had a more recent interview, a year that happened a year after, where it looked like he's sitting in a club or something like that. He had a black suit on. And he said, I'll fight Spence, but, the fight needs to build. It has to build. And before he took this vacation, whatever you want to call it, right? At this particular point in time, he wasn't prepared to fight Spence. Keep in mind, he had a elbow injury, but he was 100% prepared to fight Manny Pacquiao. Spence wins the IBF strap from Cal Brook. This guy disappears into the bushes. Okay, I'm not going to have revisionist history with Keith Thurman in particular. Now, one thing that was said that is absolutely important, while everybody was talking and exchanging, I went online and checked to make sure that I had my information and facts in order. And Earl Spence Jr. needs to be enrolled in the clean boxing program. Very important. To not have that, it's going to bring suspicion where suspicion doesn't belong. You understand what I'm saying? Even if he is doing everything the right way and he's able to destroy opponents based on just having more durability and being stronger and having more endurance. Okay, the clean boxing program gets you off the hook from any extra questions about how you perform out there. And as far as the 2 or the 3 guys there, all this shit talking here is great for 147. Let's open up the deck, man. Even down to Danny and Sean Porter. With those gentlemen, Sean Porter never really started talking that like he wouldn't fight Earl Spence Jr. until Spence got the belt. And then they asked him, he was asked on the podium, hey, will you fight Spence and give you an opportunity? Oh, we already went down the IBF side of things. We want to go on the WBC side of things. A belt is a belt in the welterweight division, which means to me, period, if you have a title, that means you have something to throw on the table for collateral when you're talking about rather the split or the money or having an opportunity to be a unified champion or possibly undisputed. And Danny got that same opportunity to fight there in Texas. And the man, in the same breath, as far as him dissing Spence and not trying to give him an opportunity of halfway faking, he wanted to try to diss Terrence Crawford as far as to not call him #1 pound for pound, which that man had earned it at that time from beating Julius Fandango. So those 2 guys to me will just be suspect at this point, man, until I see a lot more.
You think? But look, SW. Before I head out, because I got to go to World Breakers show. I promised him I was gonna go there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Before I head out.
Oh, I want to ask someone. I want to say something before you go. But go ahead, Santi.
But SW, before I go, I want to ask you this though. What is your stance on Errol Spence and the clean boxing program?
He needs to be enrolled.
Is it suspect or is it not suspect?
It's going to be such. It's going to be. It doesn't go away until he is enrolled. He can't take that away from anything. I could say, all right, I feel like he's not. I think this is a bunch of bullshit, and this, that, and the third. But that would be me speaking from a side of me just being a fan. I really appreciate him as a fighter, the same way I appreciate Terrence Crawford. But at the end of the day, that stain does not go away. That's something you can always point to in an argument. If you want people to stop talking a certain way about the guy, he's going to have to enroll, man. Simple as that. That goes for any fighter out there that is not enrolled. Absolutely.
Chess moves.
All right. With that being said, you guys, I'm gonna go.
Let me say this real quick.
Oh, go ahead. I gotta hurry up and go ahead.
It's gonna be very brief. Hey, so see all the people in the UK, how you guys think that we just hate on UK fighters? These are all Americans that we're talking about in the welterweight division. There's no European fighter that we've spoken of. They're all born here in America. We criticize American fighters. Some of you say we only criticize, non-black fighters. Well, everybody was black, with the exception of Danny Garcia, who probably has some African descent in him too, being Puerto Rican. So I just want to let you know, yeah, we did criticize everybody.
All right. With that being said, you guys, I'm heading over to World Breakers Fighting. He's got a show going on tonight. He said he sent all of you guys invites. I hope to see you guys there. This is Corey Lee's Boxing, and you've definitely been just hit with another banger. Peace out, you guys.
Peace.
Yeah.